welcome to my YouTube channel. Finally, I'm so thrilled because I've been threatening to do this for years. But yeah, I'm finally here, thank goodness. And just for you guys to get to know me, my name is Shadi L. A lot of you will know me from Twitter for not having a filter, no full stop, and I really just speak my mind. So yeah, but for those of you who don't know me, by profession, I'm a model agent. I scout, I develop, keep the models booked and busy. And how it all started was, at 2010, I started a blog, and it was called Glam Diary. It did really well. At the time, there really weren't that many bloggers, so it was very few and far between of us that were actually doing that. And mine was like, there were only two of us covering pageants and modeling. And what I would do is I'd go to the pageants, I would review them, get pictures of the winners and post them online. Eventually I started judging the pageants. So I've judged about 20 pageants, if not more, to date. And yeah, I loved it. The energy at the pageants is just something I can't explain. It's amazing. And yeah, that was the blog, pageantry, and then I'd also cover modeling in terms of who are the best models in the game. I'd make like a top 10 list. I still remember one of my first lists had the likes of Cara Berger, Sashi Naidu, Anya van Zale, well, that was her surname at the time. Joelle must have been on the list. It was, yeah, those big stars at the time. And I'd also list the best agencies in the country, and that was that. I did it for about a year or two, if not three. And in that time, I had a chat with Laura White, who's the owner of Boss Models, which at the time was referred to as Star Models. And I was just, trying to work my way into the industry. And I said to her, like, I'm super passionate about the industry, I'm even willing to work for you for free. And she said, well, no, we're not going to do that. We had the interview and everything, and she said, I'm in, and she is going to pay me, which was very dope because at the time I was still in university, so it was like extra pocket money for me on the side. And I would go to the office on my off days when I didn't have classes or in between my classes and play the role of junior model booker. In the industry, we refer to it as bookers, but a lot of you, general public, knows it as being an agent. And my role at the time was, anything as basic as taking calls, taking messages, sending out castings to models, calling them and checking that they are attending those castings, placement of the physical portfolio, the images that were printed out, designing of Z cards, but obviously getting approval from senior, and what else? Oh, general office administration, and assisting as well in the accounts department. So that was me as a junior model booker. And okay, then I took a few years break. In between that, focusing on my studies and scouting models, because I still, had the bug for the industry. So I was scouting models and I was placing them with agencies. One of my proudest scouting moments and model to this day is Karishma Ramdev. I found her actually on Facebook. Social media, yeah, it does the things. So I found her on Facebook and we spoke via inbox. I placed her with an agency. I don't think she did much at that agency. And it just goes to show that it really depends on how much your agent believes in you, because at that time, the agent had placed her on the commercial board, and when I said to her, come to G3, and I'm putting you on the main board, and she was booked and busy. She did Edgar's, she did Salsi, she did, what else is at the tip of my tongue, and now, Playboy deodorant. That's just to name a few. Togo Sun magazine, like she was hella busy. Okay, and from there she ended up as a Miss SA finalist in 2018. It must have been, because now we're in 2020, and she is a semi-finalist this year. So yeah, I've been a part of the journey for a lot of girls, Miss SA winners, finalists, and semi-finalists. The build-up of preparing them up until that day that they go on stage, and I just can't explain like what an incredible feeling it is to, from the moment of scouting the girl to seeing her on the Miss SA stage. And yeah, so I started working at G3 Models 2015. It was difficult. I don't want to lie to you guys. I was thrown in the deep end because there were a lot of aspects of the job that I wasn't accustomed to, that I'd never done in my life, such as invoicing, batching, really knowing the finer details of the accounts, and being responsible for meeting monthly targets, being responsible for keeping models very booked and busy, being responsible for running all the social media accounts for the agency, making sure that there's a following and interest, engaging with the audience. It was quite a lot that I had to do, and in the beginning, I don't want to lie, when I got there, I was still that girl. I wanted to groove, I wanted to be out at Sunday roast, live my best life, but come Monday, ooh, I was in hell. So I learned quick, fast, in a hurry that that's not going to work, and I had to cut down on going out, cut down on social life, and focus really on the business and essentially running the business. And yeah, after a few years, I adapted and got quite good at my job, and yeah, started booking models left, right, center. Models would be leaving agencies wanting to come join me because I really get invested when I sign models. You become like family to me. I see my models basically as my children. So, which is weird because I'm still in my 20s, and well, I manage models from about the age of 16 to, let's say, late 40s. And yet I'm saying these are my children. But it just makes sense for me in that way because it helps me be fully dedicated to getting them where they want to be, and I want to see the absolute best for them in terms of their modeling career. Yeah, absolutely passionate about my job, and that is why I decided to start this channel, so that I can give you guys all the tips and tricks of the industry, the A to Z, the do's and don'ts, everything. I'm going to cover it for you guys. So please continue to subscribe. Get your friends that want to join the industry, want to model. Any existing models, that's also going to be very insightful information that I'm going to share. Please do subscribe, like, comment, let me know what you want to hear from me. Any input is good. I'll really appreciate that. Thank you 1,000,000 times for tuning in. Lots of love.
I'm not perfect, so I try every day and I grow a little bit. Read a little more so I can educate my city, for my soul and cleanse my